Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a trying new makeup video. So I have the new Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shot eyeshadows in the shades Sunlit Diamond and Rose Gold. I will be testing this out. I am showing you the Cle De Peau, the foundation. This is the reformulated version. Absolutely spectacular. I also have the Chantecaille Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint. And I'm kind of showing you a look with the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint as well. Just showing you the difference between these two because they're definitely not similar at all. And then I have the Gucci blush, which is something that I have recently purchased, as well as the Cle De Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer. This is the new formula that they released in the double digit, so this is more similar to their previous version. And I also have the Chanel, this is the Rouge Allure Lipstick in 196 A Demi-Mot. So if you want to see me try on all this new makeup and my thoughts on these new luxury makeup releases, just keep watching. So I have the new Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shots. I decided to pick two colors. I wasn't sure how many I should get. I was originally just going to pick one, but I was debating between these two. And I'm glad I bought these two because the formula is different between the two. So the first pop shot I got is the shade Sunlit Diamonds and then also Rose Gold. So Sunlit Diamonds has a chunkier sort of glitter. Like there are definitely more flakes to it. It is not as refined or continuous. It has a bit more of that intermittent shimmer. Where the Rose Gold, it feels not as dry, which is interesting. And the shimmer particles are definitely more refined on the Rose Gold shade. It has a more smooth metallic finish, so it's more of that sophisticated shimmer. Not that the Sunlit Diamonds is not sophisticated, it just is a little bit chunkier than what I prefer. So this is Sunlit Diamonds, the more orange kind of copper, which again has more intermittent shimmer. And then we have Rose Gold, which is more fine, the shimmer particle. So it gives that more smooth metallic finish. It just looks more, it kind of looks more wet and glowing on the lid. So I am glad I got both of these because I didn't realize that the finishes would be different in the shades. So first I'm going to start out applying the Sunlit Diamond shade. So I'm going to go in with my Builder Tube brush from Sonia G. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up product on this brush and I'm going to apply it on the lid. So yeah, you can definitely tell that this shade is more flakier. I actually think this Sunlit Diamond shade would be nice as an eyeshadow topper. I'm not getting a lot of color payoff applying this with a brush. It's not really applying well onto my lids. It's just kind of flaking and it's looking more sporadic on the lid. That color payoff just isn't as strong. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that with a fingertip so that I can just get more color placement. I just prefer how these sort of shades look on the lid when they're applied with fingers as well because they go on a little bit more smooth and not as chunky on the lids. I know that sounds terrible. It's not terrible, it's just a little bit not my preference when it comes to an everyday eyeshadow. This is better reserved as an eyeshadow topper. And then I am going to go in with the shade Rose Gold using that same Sonia G Builder Tube brush. And I'm just going to apply this on the lid. And so see, this color applies better with a brush than that previous shade did. It's going on more smooth. I definitely prefer this Rose Gold shade, that is for sure. And then again, just for a bit more color payoff, I am just going to go in with a fingertip just to get more of a smooth finish. And I'm going to just apply this sort of as a one and done. This Rose Gold shade just looks so much better on the eyes. It's way more smooth. I get more of a beautiful color payoff. I don't have any of those intermittent shimmers that are falling all over the face versus that previous shade, which is just more of an eyeshadow topper. This is still nice, but when am I going to wear this kind of shade during the daytime? I just feel like it looks a little over the top during the daytime, where I could use this Rose Gold shade on an everyday basis. This could be like my everyday eyeshadow look. And I do like them layered over top together though. Like I think that looks really pretty, but I just think if you're going to go for one shade, definitely do the Rose Gold. It is a beautiful neutral. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that Rose Gold shade. I'm going to use just a pencil brush and apply that along the lower lash line from outer corner inwards, just to get that same kind of effect on the lower lash line. And this is applying nice on the lower lash line. I just went in with my Gucci mascara. This is the Mascara L'Obscur in just black. Moving on to the face, I have picked up the Chantecaille Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint. Really excited about this product because I am loving the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint. Love to use this as a primer, and I'm really curious to try this product out. So it comes in a jar, which is not really my favorite, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's this very sheer pink shade. It's very, very lightly tinted. It will not, I was initially hesitant about picking this up because I don't want my face to look more pink. I already have a little bit of redness in it. But it's very, very lightly tinted. It has an ever so slight glow, but you won't detect shimmer particles on the face. So I'm just going to use this kind of as an eye concealer primer. So I'm going to take a little bit of this product and apply it under the eyes, just kind of to add some hydration and a slight bit of an illumination. This has some perfecting properties to it, almost like a blurring property. So this will mean that I require less concealer over top, which I absolutely love. You know, I love those types of products that blur and perfect. Therefore, I don't require as much foundation or concealer over top. So going in with a little bit of that there. And then I'm also going to take a little bit and apply this onto the cheekbones. And then I will take a little bit of that down the nose. And then the excess just on the Cupid's bow, just where I want to add a little bit of illumination. And I actually really like the way that dried down it. Now it doesn't dry down to like a velvety matte finish or anything like that, but it doesn't feel too moisturizing on the skin. It doesn't make you feel like anything's really emollient or like you couldn't apply product. Has a really nice dry down to it. It's very beautiful. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm just going to take my kind of favorite combination that I've been using lately, which is the Chanel Water Fresh Complexion Touch in the shade B30. I have used so much of this, I'm going to need to pick up a backup, but I like to take a little bit of this product on the back of my hand, take it with the brush it came with, and then I like to just distribute that product onto the brush, kind of break up those pigment beads, and apply it to the under eye. I shockingly love how this brush blends out this concealer. It just kind of melts right into the skin, and part of that is the concealer formula. It does have the ability to look very skin-like for a concealer. It doesn't settle into any lines. It does not require powder to be set down with. It's just a very beautiful formula. For foundation, the Cle De Peau, the foundation, so this is a reformulated foundation. I actually have filmed my full review, but because these Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing pop shots were released, I thought I'd kind of do a combination video of trying new makeup. But the review on this foundation, a full review and wear test, will be coming in my next video. So this is the shade 040, and spoiler alert, I like this even better than the foundation formula. It is truly, truly gorgeous. So with this foundation, 040 is actually my perfect match. Usually I have to mix 040 and 030, but 040 works perfect for me this round. So this does run lighter than the previous version. Taking a little bit of that product and applying it all over the skin. This truly has a beautiful skin-like appearance. It is the most plumping and youthful foundation in my entire collection. If you want younger looking skin, this is the product for you, honestly. Cle De Peau foundations always amaze me with their formula and again how skin-like their products can be. They're really just skin enhancing products. They always make your skin look better. It just amplifies the skin that you have. And I love that about Cle De Peau products, but truly this is a your skin but better product. And honestly, I know this foundation is expensive, but this is just truly so beautifying on the skin as well. It just blurs and perfects everything, but in such a natural way. It is skin perfecting without adding a ton of coverage. It just makes your skin look so much better. And I love the blurred effect that it has. Like I said, any areas of pores or texture on your skin, it just completely smooths over those areas. And just, yeah, it makes your skin look absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it's a really nice, long-wearing foundation, even though you would think for something that's so glowing and youthful on the skin, maybe it wouldn't wear that great, but you'll see in my wear test how well it wears. I've also been asked, and I will do this video after I get my Cle De Peau foundation review up, to rank all the foundations that I have tried this year. So I'm going to do that video as well. so that you can see my thoughts on kind of like the best and worst foundations of 2022. You know what? I actually haven't tried using this Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint as a bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that today. I think the best way to apply this as a bronzer is I'm going to apply a little bit of product to the palm of my hand, and then I'm going to go in with this Merit, I think it's just a foundation brush, and I'm going to apply that, kind of get that product onto this brush, and then I'm going to work from there and apply it all over where I would bronze. So I'm going to apply it to the tops of my forehead first. And then, ooh, that's really nice. It's extremely natural. If you're looking for a natural bronzer, this would be a really good product. And I'm going to apply that to the cheekbones. Yeah, that is extremely skin-like, but it gives a really subtle warmth. And again, I really like this product underneath foundation because it gives that kind of blurred effect. So applying this as a bronzer on top of foundation, it gives that kind of blurred appearance too. So if you like your bronzer to add a blurred effect, like I said, kind of a soft focus effect, this would be a fantastic product. Really, really subtle though, so that's extremely beautiful. Okay, I'm really glad I tried this as a bronzer. That is gorgeous. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit over top of my nose, kind of like this. I'm just going to add a really light dusting of powder bronzer. So I'm taking the Chanel Le Beige Oversize Healthy Glow Sunkissed powder in the shade Sunkissed Medium. I'm just taking it on this big Refer 22 brush. I'm literally dipping it into that bronzer like 4 times. And then I'm just going to dust over where I applied that liquid bronzer, just to get a bit more of a subtle sun-kissed effect. But this is very subtle. I'm applying very, very minimal product. And then I'm applying a little bit of that bronzer along the lower lash line, just for that monochromatic effect. So everything kind of flows together and this just completes the look. You could add a little bit of this to your crease as well. Going in with my new favorite highlighter, this is the Cle De Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer in the shade 22 Shooting Stars. And yes, it does look a little bit deep, but it actually is beautiful on the skin and it does not apply as deep as it looks. It is so gorgeous. It is more of that powdery formula if you are familiar with Cle De Pau's previous version of their Luminizing Face Enhancers. Very, very similar, and I just love the effect it gives because this is even more subtle than like a typical face highlighter. This is exactly what it's called, a Luminizing Face Enhancer. It just enhances the skin, makes your skin look even better without it being a detectable highlighter on your skin, which I really, really enjoy. Just love this shade too. It is more of a bronzy effect, but if you can tell, it doesn't look bronzy on my cheeks. It very much blends in with my cheeks and just gives me a lovely subtle glow. And this is the newest blush in my collection, which is also a new favorite to me. This is the new Gucci blush. So this is the Luminous Matte Cheek and Eye Powder in the shade 04 Bright Coral. Absolutely gorgeous. This just gives your cheeks life. Even though it says it's a bright coral, it's not super obnoxious or over the top. It's just slightly bright, I want to say. It's not super coral, like it's not orangey in the slightest. It's just the most gorgeous formula. It's definitely more on the matte side. It's just more of it has a slight radiance to it for a matte. So it's not going to leave your complexion looking flat or powdery or dry. It gives your complexion life with that slight blurred appearance, which I love in complexion products as well. It is one of the most beautiful formulas that I have ever tried, honestly. It is fantastic. It just has that capability as well, where it really, again, enhances the complexion and melts right into the skin, so it doesn't look powdery on the skin. It is just stunning, really a youthful blush. And also just that compact, that is to die for. It is super, super cute, and I just think this color is just youthful cheeks in a blush product. If you can see that little swatch there, it's just gorgeous. Finishing off the skin by just adding a little bit of my Cle De Peau Refining Pressed Powder. This is just the best pressed powder, especially when you don't want to alter the color or the finish of your foundation. You just want to add that refined effect, that smoothing, soft focus, blurred appearance at the end of your makeup application. So I apply it just to the center of my face, and then a little bit to my forehead, and that is all the areas that I touch with powder. Now this collection has actually been out for a while, but I did decide to just pick up one shade. This is the Chanel Rouge Allure Lipstick in the shade 196, A Demi-Mot. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I initially skipped on this launch just because I'm trying not to buy that many lipsticks when I have so many, and lipsticks just are the first to go bad, but I couldn't resist this color, especially for fall time. It is just absolutely gorgeous. It's like this kind of mauve tone. It's like Your Lips but better shade, but a little bit more on the rosebud mauve side. I just thought it looked gorgeous. I couldn't resist, so I decided to finally pick it up, and I am just going to apply to the lips. Really nice formula. It's very smoothing on the lips. It gives a very subtle sheen. It's not as glossy as like the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Flashes, of course, because those are more of like a hybrid lipstick lip gloss formula, but very comfortable, and this shade is gorgeous for fall. I feel like this formula actually really reminds me of this is like one of my favorite lipsticks, the Merit Signature Lipstick, the lightweight lipsticks. The Merit is just a little bit more lightweight, but this is very comparable, and I also did not require a lip liner with this formula either. This is a beautiful shade as well. So just gonna kind of round out my thoughts on this new makeup. This Cle De Peau, the foundation, absolutely love. This is a holy grail foundation for me. This is something that I have repurchased in the old formula, and I will continually repurchase it in the new formula. Wait for my full review and wear test on this, the foundation, but if you're looking for my quick thoughts, love it. Better than the last version. There are slight improvements, I would say. So if you thought this version was the best foundation previously, you're gonna love it even more now. The slight improvements that they made are fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous foundation. This Chantecaille Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint is really beautiful. I actually am very surprised by this because originally I did not think I would love it because of the slight pink tint, but it is very, very subtle. It gives you kind of ethereal, kind of angelic skin. That sounds a little dramatic, but it does add this really slight, beautiful, radiant effect, but it is a blurring radiant effect, which is really beautiful. So this, I like to use underneath product. Underneath concealer, fantastic, because while it does add some slight illumination, there are no shimmer particles to it, and I don't like shimmer particles under the eye. So this is great as a concealer base, especially if you're someone who likes to get away with minimal product. So if you want to kind of minimize the amount of concealer you are going to apply, or even foundation that you apply to the skin, this is a great product to start out with, because you will require less pigmented products over top, or pigment products like foundation over top. Same goes for the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint. Absolutely love this as a bronzer. It is so, so subtle and gives that beautiful, just a gorgeous bronzed effect that is so subtle and lovely and really easy to blend and apply. This is foolproof. If you're looking for a cream or liquid bronzer that is beginner friendly, this is the product for you because it is so subtle. Love this Gucci blush. You've heard me talk about that one. This Cle De Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer, I just want to talk about quickly because I actually do think this is very, very similar to the previous version of the Luminizing Face Enhancer. It is that same powdery product. So it has that really powdery finish, which is not so typical in highlighters. A lot of the time you get highlighters that have more of that kind of melt-in effect, that are more of a baked gelée formula that really melt in the skin, but they give you such a high shine finish that really does make your skin look glowy or wet. While this Luminizing Face Enhancer is very, very subtle. It is a face enhancer. It amplifies your skin. It makes your skin look even better without you being able to detect that there's a highlighter on your skin. It just gives your face kind of structure and gives your skin this subtle improvement that you can't really detect what is different, because again, it doesn't look like you've applied like a straight up product on your skin. It just makes your skin look even better, if that makes sense. Really love this shade. Definitely, this is a highlighter shade that's not brightening on the skin. It does more blend in with the skin, but gives that very subtle, beautiful effect. Especially once you get the glitter top coat off. There is a little bit of a glitter top coat. Once you get that off, it is very, very similar to the previous version. So definitely recommend the double-digit highlighters from Cle De Peau. Rounding out with the Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shots. So these are the single eyeshadows that were released new by Charlotte Tilbury. I was super excited about these because I typically like her pop formula, especially for more evening out looks. They tend to be more of that sophisticated shimmer that is very reminiscent of Chantecaille Luminous Eye Shade. I will say I am quite disappointed in this Sunlit Diamond shade. It looks beautiful swatched on the skin. Like, right here. So if you are going to apply that product, apply it with your fingers because you are going to get the best application with your fingertips. It will just go on more smooth, more even. You will get more of that color payoff. I just don't love the intermittent shimmer to this and how sparkly it is. It's just too sparkly for my taste. When you feel it, you can feel how kind of gritty it is. It is a drier, flakier formula, which just means it's going to look that way on the eyes. It reminds me actually a lot of like Pat McGrath glitters or shimmers, those eyeshadow toppers in her palettes. Personally, that's just not my go-to. I don't really like that. I like that more soft, subtle, natural glam look. So probably won't use this ever again. I'll try and use it during the holidays, but I just am a little disappointed. I wouldn't recommend you pick that up. But this shade Rose Gold is absolutely stunning. This is more of that creamy formula where it feels more refined. These are, I think it does say it's supposed to have a cream to powder finish. I would say this is more reminiscent of that kind of creamy powder formula where it gives you that wet, glowing look on your lids that is that sophisticated sheen, that very mature shimmer that I absolutely love, that I think is perfect for everyday use, perfect for going out. I feel like adding that shade on the lid really fixed that previous glitter. Like, I just think that looks absolutely stunning on the lids. It has this ability that it melts in. As you wear this product, it kind of melts into the lid. So this would be mature, skin friendly. I feel like this is something my mom would love as well, who's in her 60s. I will definitely let her test this out and kind of report back as well. But really, really love this rose gold shade. If you're gonna get one, rose gold, beautiful neutral shade. You could wear this on an everyday basis. You could wear this for an evening out. It is perfection. And then this Chanel Rouge Allure in the shade 196, A Demi-Mot. Beautiful shade for the fall time. This is definitely a nude lipstick, but for me, this is like as deep as I go for a lipstick shade. I tend to just wear nude shades. So I like that this is a little bit different for me. It is kind of a Your Lips But Better shade, but a little bit deeper. And I really like this formula. Really reminds me again of the Merit Signature Lightweight Lipsticks in the shade, well, actually it doesn't really remind me of the shade, but it reminds me this formula of the Signature Lightweight Lipstick. It feels extremely comfortable, gives a really nice soft sheen. It doesn't sit into any lip lines. Of course, I have not worn this for the full day, so I don't know how long wearing this is going to be. It's probably not going to be super long wearing because there is a slight sheen. But I think this color is really beautiful too. I think it does look nice on my complexion. It doesn't make me look dead or anything like that. So it's a pretty nude shade, just a little bit deeper than what I typically go for. So a very successful trying new makeup video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have tried out any of these products. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you like it, and I'll see you in my next video.